Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Game Out Talk podcast. Serdar Ürkmez is my guest today. Hey, Serdar, happy to meet you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're the co-founder of Leartes Studio. Tell me something about yourself.
Well, from where can I start?
How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been into this stuff since I was in high school. I mean, I start to build my education about this
Hmm.
thing because when I was in high school, I was trying to get into university and stuff, and it was quite challenging to learn this game art stuff because there was not that much stuff to learn. I mean, there was only books, and YouTube was not that common back then,
Okay.
maybe, and my English was not that good then.
So not that many resources to kind of get a starting point for the game art
Exactly.
education.
I
So
remember.
are there no really high schools for game art education in Turkey?
Well, I mean, I don't think so because the education in here usually based on like mathematics, like the
Hmm.
language classes, like every parent wants their kids to be like an engineer or doctor.
Yeah, yeah, because there is lots of money involved there, right?
Exactly. Also, the way of living may become easier for them.
Mm, mm, yeah.
But I mean, when you start to get in life, you learn that there are not other opportunities.
Yeah, definitely, always. I think there is no perfect way to go through life.
Exactly.
Everyone has to do what they wanna do.
Exactly.
Sometimes more, sometimes less. Yeah.
Exactly. And well, I mean, for me, I studied like mathematics, physics, etc., and I enrolled to university to become an engineer.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still trying to finish my bachelor. There are like two class left that I still have to attend. But eventually, I will become an engineer. But I want to do this game art stuff, game developing.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And
What did your parents think about that?
well, my father passed away like when I was a real kiddo, like when I
Okay.
was two,
Hmm.
and currently I'm living with my mom.
Hmm.
And also she really wanted me to become an engineer,
Yeah.
but I mean in the end, I mean I can understand math and physics and stuff like coding, etc., but I I really want to become a game artist, I think that can make me a bit more happier.
Yeah. So you kind of yeah, fulfill
Dream,
your
yeah.
interest
Exactly.
and your dream. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Also, I have like a lot of free time, and I don't have to answer anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're completely self-taught. So let's speak about that for a
Exactly.
minute. How did you learn your stuff? You said there were not that many resources in Turkey, so you kind of went to YouTube or books. How does this all start out?
Yeah, I remember that I had a book for like modeling. I remember that I started with that book. Then it was teaching how to use 3ds Max, and they were trying to how can I say, like create a creature, like an orc maybe.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
started to use that, but it was like I couldn't finish it because I was not into that book. You know what I mean? It was not it was not that entertaining. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
always had it in my mind, like I want to do this stuff. I want to design these games that I'm playing. And then when I was trying to finish, when I was maybe 18 years old, I started to learn Maya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And then I practiced about my English, and I tried to understand these YouTube tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
and and then when I was 19, there was this company. They were developing a VR game in Turkey, and I was like, "Oh my god, it can be my dream job," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I started to go there. I was like an intern, and yeah, and the whole deal started with it.
Okay, so you kind of found your way into the games industry via this VR company, and then you kind of slid into the game development side.
Exactly. Like then I asked about this stuff, like how can I do this stuff? How can achieve a bit more realistic stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I started to enter Facebook groups. I I don't know. I followed a lot of YouTube pages,
Mm-hmm.
and I get in contact with a lot of people. And in game art industry, most of the people are friendly,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
yeah,
They're
they
always
always want
happy.
to help each other,
Yeah.
and it's quite nice, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So, how did this all come together with Leartes? You're kind of the co-founder of the company, right? So, did
Exactly.
you and Ozan just speak, or have you been friends before, or how did this all start out?
Actually, we met in this the company that I told you before.
Hmm.
Yeah, we met there, and I mean, we had a friendship before, like before founding Leartes. Like in this company, we were hanging out, we were chatting, we were like helping each other, and then this company couldn't succeed the thing that they have to do. Like they couldn't build the game, they just
Okay.
demo, and I just keep on doing freelance stuff. But in the end, I had this passion for starting a company, because like I wanted to do something that I can own. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Uh, how can I say this? Part. I was taking part in some stuff, but I was not totally in it. So
Hmm.
I wanted to be a piece of something bigger.
You wanted to have the full control over what is happening,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Because I mean, if you are a freelancer, it's hard to say what you are thinking sometimes.
Yeah, because you have to do what you have to do, right?
Exactly. They
You
give
get
you
you get the
revisions
job.
and you just accept it.
Yeah, you get the job, and then you do your work, and then you give away your work, and then you get the money for it. And
Exactly. Exactly.
like founding a company, or being like starting up a company is much more, yeah, much more in control.
Exactly. And you can also start to build your dream at some point,
Yeah.
because I really want to make uh, how can I say, a totally big video game in the end. Because in here, video games, uh, I mean, we do play video games, but we don't make video games that much.
No.
No, in Turkey, it's not that very common. In these last years, it started, but most of the people are into like mobile games, you know,
Yeah,
like
it's a huge
hyper,
market now.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, this hyper casual stuff. And if you ask me, I'm not fond of this hyper casual stuff.
Hmm.
I kind of like this realistic material stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So your end, like I want to speak with you about your future goals for the artist. So you said you want to make a game, like a full working game, and develop that and publish it. Because for now, the artist studio is just an art outsourcing, like it's kind of a service for other game companies.
exactly.
for like art production. So let's speak about that a bit.
Well, we always have plans about like game stuff, but
Mhm.
uh, sometimes it can be challenging to quit what we are doing, because like
Okay.
right now we are doing outsourcing stuff and helping some other companies about games, like concept stuff, about game developers on Unreal Engine Marketplace. We do want to do our video game, but I think we don't have to rush. I mean, we just keep developing what we are.
Yeah, I think you just can't build a game from scratch, right?
Exactly.
Because you can't just found a company and then you say, "Oh, let's build a game." This is not possible, especially if it has to be a, like you said, a realistic looking AAA game.
Exactly. That's the whole point that I want to do.
Okay, okay.
But I mean, at someday, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? So, what was your role in building the company? Like, did you split your responsibilities when starting the company? Did like Ogo was more on the financial side, and you have been more on the art side? What was the like? How did you balance it out?
But at first, me and Oz were like we were almost doing the same stuff, like the game arts, like the modeling, texturing, blah blah, etc.
Hmm.
Level design. We were doing the same stuff, but at some point, Osan started to get into this uh, managing stuff,
Okay.
because you have to also control your company. You have to how can I say, someone
Yeah,
has
you
to
had.
be in charge.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was getting into this blueprint stuff about Unreal Engine development, like the how can I say, I'm a bit like generalist. I think I can use that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm kind of into everything, because like I'm also trying to control the office and the some other projects that is going on, but my stuff is a bit more about this technical stuff. We can say that.
Okay, so you're more on the technical side, and Wuzan is more right now on the management side, like
Exactly.
assigning jobs, who is doing what,
Exactly.
do
Exactly.
we have capacity for that job, etc.
Exactly. And I think it's also tiring, when I see his O's, he's always tired and he's always trying to manage stuff.
Yeah,
It's
he's. I think he's working pretty hard.
exactly,
Like,
exactly, day and night, because he also has to control this how can I say, freelancers, because they're not in a one place, you
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah. It's a completely remote working company, right?
exactly,
You have like 10 people in in the office, but like 90% are working all
exactly.
around the
Some
world.
people are in Europe, some in Asia, some in America, and the how can I say, this time zones are not the same, and it's quite hard for him.
Yeah, yeah, he's like available all the time when you like he's like 10 p.m. my time is like 12 p.m. your time and he's always online and responding. It's pretty crazy.
Exactly, he's trying so hard. I mean, we are all trying so hard, because I mean, we want to achieve something nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there something that went wrong when starting out with the company? Was there something you underestimated? Like you said, "Oh, I never thought about that," or "Oh, how could this happen? We never spoke about that. Now what we got to do?"
Yeah, the first thing that I can say is trying to find a place.
Like an office.
Exactly,
Okay.
because I mean, we want to do something also close for everyone, but something also in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
but it was quite hard for the beginning, because if you want a place in the city center, it's quite expensive as well.
Yeah, like in every big city, right?
Exactly, and Istanbul is quite big city, and it's hard to find a place in the city center. But I mean, somehow we solved that problems. We are right now, we are in the second office.
You moved like 2 or 3 months ago,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, exactly. And right now we can say that we are in a better condition. But I mean, these problems can be solved. They are not that important stuff.
Okay.
Also, I think I also underestimated the managing stuff. I can
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, I mean, uh, it's hard to give feedbacks for creating a better content. And
Yeah, yeah.
exactly, and I also underestimated that part. But I mean, by time you learn stuff, I mean, you don't born with this stuff. You have to learn somehow. So
Yeah, I think you learn through mistakes, right?
exactly, exactly. If you don't make
The,
any mistakes, you can't learn
you
anything.
never learn, right? Yeah. So is there something that went pretty good? Like, I think your asset packs and your environments are selling pretty good on the Unreal store. So
Yeah,
is this something you're proud of, right?
yeah, we are proud of, because like I don't think that there are a lot of uh, at least Turkish companies in the game market, and we are really proud of this. It's like a gate for us, for like a globalization.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a really nice beginning, and I'm really proud of that.
So, are there any other future plans you have for the company, like apart from building a game someday? Did you
Uh,
have anything other stuff planned out? Like you want to focus on another direction, more like on programming or building blueprints, for
Actually,
example?
we want to focus on blueprints, because it's really helpful for game developers, also for indie game developers, because
Hmm.
blueprints can be uh, how can I say this? Very useful for creating random random stuff. Most of the people create like these random buildings. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hard to explain for me, but maybe you saw this kind of stuff in the art station. People develop these blueprints, and they create these random framed buildings, for example, or they can just enter some numbers, and they can have uh, the size of the building so easily. And
Oh yeah, yeah, like easily adjustable stuff.
exactly, exactly, that's what I wanted to
Yeah,
explain.
you just put in the number for the height for the and
Very
then it creates the building.
exactly. Also for maybe you heard this what was it? Cube map stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we used that in Unreal and sorry, our Cyberpunk pack, and it was really nice actually, and it was really optimized. We also want to develop this kind of stuff.
Okay,
Like,
so more on the yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
no problem. We want to have the AAA content in marketplace. We want to give this stuff for the indie developers, because uh, maybe it's not that easy to reach that quality for them. Some of the people just take the content, and they try to build their own level, and they want to create their games. Maybe it can be a great start for them.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. So you spoke about blueprints. Let's speak about blueprints for a bit.
Yeah.
So could you maybe like let's say I'm a stupid young learner and I want to know what blueprints are. Can you just give me an overview? What is a blueprint?
Blueprints. It's kind of hard to explain. uh, Blueprints are like a, a coding language for Unreal
Uh-huh.
Engine. I think it's based on C++,
Yeah,
the
it is.
the, uh, the language, but it's also really useful for people who doesn't understand coding because you can just drag and drop some stuff and you can create variables. I don't know, uh, other, you can even create collisions with it, but
Yeah.
you can also do animations. You can also build your buildings, as I said before. These are, we can say that these are the formulas for Unreal Engine. I think I can explain like that.
So like a blueprint is more of a not just a main script as you know it from programming. It's more of a visualized yeah, programming language where you can
Exactly.
connect functions with each other, where you can like connect different blueprints with each other, and then you can build up your whole system without typing one single line of code, right?
Exactly. You just have to connect some stuff to each other, then bam, you have it.
Okay, so how does this blueprint then work in your game environments? What is what are they doing in the game environments then?
In our packs or for
Yeah,
general.
in your packs, let's take the Vikings environment pack. I assume you have some blueprints in there, right?
Exactly. But in it's been a while for the Viking environment, and right now we are dealing with another packet, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope it will be in the market pretty soon. It's like a New York City themed pack, and I think it's going really nice. It will be on the market, and in this pack we are using like blueprints for buildings, for roads, for like small assets that we can uh, change, like the colors, the, how can I say, the texture, and I think it will be really useful for the developers.
Okay, so I saw that you also worked on blueprints for some vehicles and for some
Exactly.
like the helicopter.
Yeah, we
Um,
we we did something with the decagon.
yeah, so like Decagon gave you the mesh, and you kind of used your blueprint magic, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say I'm a 3D artist, and I give the mesh to you. What do you have to take care of? Like, how do you need the mesh for doing your blueprint stuff?
I mean, if I'm doing for example, a helicopter,
Hmm.
uh, I just separate the mesh that's supposed to move, like the, how can I say this, uh, uh, the head of the helicopter propeller. Sorry,
Hmm.
I mean it's a moving part, so I have to separate these parts from the main mesh. Also the doors, and I don't remember if any other moving parts. Well, I don't think so. So I separate this stuff and I started to build a rig. Then I started to build a skeleton. Then I rigged this skeleton with the helicopter. Then I export this stuff to the Unreal Engine. And then I start to use this animation blueprints that in the Unreal Engine, and I started to connect my mesh with blueprint. Like it has some kind of communication with the mesh.
Hmm.
So it's pretty much like that, and you have to do some calculations about movements of the helicopter. Like when I press this, you have to uh, show your inputs to your pawn in the Unreal Engine.
Okay. So you mostly do the stuff then on your own. You kind of prepare it on your own how you need the mesh then.
Exactly, exactly. It's done all by me.
So you make sure that everything is separated, that everything is
Everything moves like it's supposed to be. Like
yeah, has the right pivots.
exactly, exactly. Because I mean, if you even change a little bit, for example, even though if it's like 0.001, if it starts to rotate so much, then you will realize that it's not in the same point where it's used to be.
Okay.
So you have to be a bit precise about that.
Okay. So how would you say that like your mathematics and physics is kind of beneficial for your blueprinting stuff?
Yeah, I mean, not that much, but I think this. I've studied a lot of coding in the university, so maybe it's helping me a bit because you have to use like other kind of variables like integer floats, characters, strings, etc., etc. If you don't know this stuff, it might be a bit unfriendly to you. Actually,
Mhm.
yeah, I can say that.
Okay. So when are you finishing with your bachelor? Is it like it happens on a side project, right?
Yeah, actually, I when I was starting this university, I really wanted to become an engineer, but I mean, then I realized that I'm not really happy about it. In the end, it's sad that I'm finishing actually, because it's a bit like wasting my time. But I'm also in the end of this university, so I just don't want to quit in the end.
Yeah, yeah. So
Maybe
you kind of want to finish it for having a degree, like an official paper.
exactly, exactly. In the end, I can say that like, yeah, I understand this stuff, but I don't want to be an engineer. Maybe
Okay.
it helped me in a way of thinking. Maybe
Yeah, and how to yeah think about stuff and
exactly
how
like
to learn. You always have to be a good learner in the games industry, right?
exactly, exactly. It's like an industry that will never stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with university, I did my Erasmus, and it was a really nice experience for me. It
Hmm.
has broadened my mind. Actually, I realized that there are a lot of stuff going out of like in each place. There is something else, and you have to explore. You have to learn. Maybe it also helped me.
Yeah, yeah. So, what is your what? How does your day to day job look like? You coming into the office? So, what are your main? Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm into office, I kind of trying to uh, control the projects. Like if, for example, if one of our employees are, if he's doing the right stuff or if she is doing the stuff that he or she shouldn't do, I try to understand the how much time left for a project or what kind of stuff they need. I always try to solve problems, and also I try to build this like blueprints, also shaders, uh,
Okay.
meshes. I'm kind of in a mess right now, but I mean it's it's I mean somebody has to deal with this stuff.
So you're also building shaders.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying
I
to.
always find it hard, like building shaders. Maybe you can give me some tips and tricks on how to build
Well, if you
shaders
want, I can also give you a free lesson.
better. So, um,
Yeah,
do you
building.
create like for your environment? Do you create like a master shader or a master file, or how do you handle your big environments with a lot of textures and lots of materials and different materials?
Creating master materials is really the key of optimization, I can say,
Hmm.
because you don't have to compile a master
Yeah.
material each time if you don't make a master material. Like, how I don't know if I said something wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Okay, because like if you create tons of master materials, your system will try to compile every shader in each computer. So it will take a lot of time. Also, when you are playing your game, it will take a lot of computation and stuff. So it's really bad
Yeah.
for optimization. I usually try to create like master materials for objects, characters. For example, each more or less all the object has the same master material, so everything can be optimized. Also, all the hairs in the characters has the same master materials.
Hmm.
Every
Hmm.
skin has the same master material. Maybe each year we add some extras, or each month we add some extra stuff, but it's more or less the same. We are just trying to develop our optimization.
Okay, so you're also like on the optimization side. You're also
Exactly. As I said before, I'm trying to deal with technical stuff as well.
yeah, yeah. So it comes in pretty handy that you are like doing some technical stuff right now in university.
Yeah, it kind of
Less,
helps. Yeah, I think
yeah.
I can say that because also this um a lot of engineers using the Unreal Engine as well. Like machine learning, they're also using Unreal Engine for machine learning stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I also watch this stuff in LinkedIn, you know, because I have a lot of people, a lot of engineer in my LinkedIn as well. They also share Unreal Engine stuff. And
Yeah, yeah. I think Unreal Engine is not just a game engine anymore. It's getting super big
exactly,
with
it's evolving
machine
to
learning, with movies,
exactly. Yeah,
virtual reality. Yeah, it's huge right now.
yeah, and also in the thing that I study is control engineering, control and automation engineering. And in the control side, we use tons of like it's called PID calculations. Maybe you heard, maybe you didn't heard.
No, I didn't.
It's like a proportional integral derivative calculation. It's called, and this thing can be easily done with Unreal Engine. Also, there are some stuff in the Unreal Engine marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you like explain it to me?
Oh, well, how can I explain this stuff? It's like, for example, let's say that you have a uh, elevator, okay,
Mhm.
and you want to move this elevator in a certain speed. Like it has to move in a good speed that when it stops, it won't stop really harsh. It has to go really easy stuff. Stop. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because the
Hmm.
user can be get dizzy or can be get shocked while using the elevator, for example. And PID calculations are uh, helps us in this case because it helps us to calculate the speed and control the speed of the elevator in a really easy way. In Uh, I wanted to show you this with graphs, but
Yeah.
I didn't expect that we would talk about this stuff. I don't have anything.
So it's more of, let's say it in general, it's more of a more yeah, more advanced blueprint, right?
Exactly, we can say that.
Yeah. Okay.
More or less, it's mathematics. So if you are doing, if you can do mathematics stuff in Unreal Engine, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. This is a like a great quote to close it off, Sarah.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for being my guest today.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure speaking with you about the more of a technical side. And I wish you all the best with Leartes, and I
Thank you.
hope you have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.